and welcome to the Midwest Sesh podcast. This is a space where we enjoy all things weed, and we're so glad to have you here joining us. You can find us every Friday night as we share a joint virtually. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a special edition episode of the Midwest Sesh podcast. I'm Nina, and that is the lovely.
Hey, I'm Haley.
And we're just here chit-chatting. We're actually recording this the 420 Eve, but you guys will be listening to it on our favorite high holiday, and we're super pumped. I know 420 has been a little different these last couple years, but hey, I feel like we're all still celebrating, right?
That's right. You got to keep in that spirit, that celebrating spirit.
Yeah. Like, even if you're, session alone or session with just the people you live with, or, you're lucky enough to be vaccinated and get to go hang with your friends, like, whatever you're doing, I hope everyone's having a good time, you know,
or virtually, like,
yes.
I feel like we have to be creative now. That's how it's got to be.
Yes. I'm gonna have to hit up my friends and see what they're up to, because, I have my normal 420 crew. What about you?
I do too. Like, actually, a lot of them are spread out like over in California. So I usually like FaceTime them and, share a joint. I think tomorrow I'm going to see if anyone at work will join me for a sesh, but I don't know. You'll see. Just because I feel like so many people like want something special to do, but like we're all kind of still in the quarantine vibe. So it's like, well,
it's like, well, what do we do?
A little bit of a buzzkill not to be able to like ever think about like sharing a joint, like physically sharing it with someone. So you got to get creative, be virtual friends, I guess.
I think we've talked about that. That's like our favorite things about cannabis is that you can share it with people. And like, usually on 420, like I'll make a big batch of, like 2 years ago in 2019, I made a huge batch of edibles and like just rolled up, and like everybody partook, and like everyone was rolling joints. We did one of those like Challenger cone things, like the huge ounce. Yeah, it was a little, when you're working with something that big, it's bound to fall apart at the end. And that's definitely what happened.
Did you roll it yourself?
I was the one in charge of. I'll have to share the photos when they come up on my time hop, but I was the one who was. They're like, Nina's doing it. She's in charge, and I was like, fine, let's go. I need 2 people on the grinders. I had like people like grinding up weed. I was like, dump it here. And it was like a whole, like
a production.
It was a whole production. Awesome. I loved it. So I think a little bit of that spirit is missing, but like you said, keeping it up virtually, keeping it up in your mind and all that. So
420 is a place in your mind,
for sure.
That. Dude, what are you smoking on for 420? Do you got some special like things set aside? Like,
I was out of town this weekend, so I'm missing my bong. So I had to
look at her. She's all clean and ready to roll.
And then I'm smoking some ice cream cake from Empire Brands in Michigan. So it's a cute little canister,
that
little
is
glass
so
jar
cute.
there. So super cute. It's pretty good. It's pretty good smelling. I haven't tried it yet, so this would be the first
debut
taste test. Yes.
Heck,
what about you?
I've got something that is Bubba Diagonal.
I've had that before.
Have you? Yeah, it's from Grassroots.
I like that.
It's really nice looking. So I haven't tried it either, but it smells really good. It smells very berries-ish.
Yeah. I think like a super berry smell is what I remember from that.
And like, I don't know.
I love that.
If you're watching YouTube, it's not the best, but you can see there's like a nice little nug. It's really crystally. That's what I'm looking for.
Ooh, that's nice.
I also, this is funny, I bought a bunch of shake just to roll all those joints. Like, we're talking about volume here, folks. We're trying to get through a lot of joints. So I was like, let's go ahead and just get some that is like primo and delicious, and then some that's like a little lesser grade. So that way we can enjoy multiple joints without like having to worry about it.
It's like your own actual 420 celebration, because you have the friends who have the really good weed, and then you have the friends with the really bad weed. So
I'm doing all it's actually
you're doing it all. Like, I was thinking about that the last time I celebrated 420 with some folks. One of my friends brought over some pretty swaggy stuff, and when they weren't looking, me and my friend just like, it was like half a joint left, and we're like, we can't do this, and like threw it off the balcony. And when they weren't looking, we're like, sorry, but we just can't do it.
I mean, sometimes you got to, especially on 420, we're trying to pace ourselves, you know what I mean? Like, it's like trying to enjoy the whole night. So
you know what?
Edible. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the edibles that I made was it was like a big batch of it was like cheddar, ranch, Chex Mix, and I made it in the crock pot.
You are so cute.
Like a little Midwestern mom. Yeah. And because I was like, what do the people want? Like, what is a snack? And like, how can I put ranch in this? And it was delicious. I burnt a little bit of it, but it was really good.
Did people enjoy it? Like,
oh my God, people were like, I forgot it was an edible. So they were just like, they literally were just like eating, because like the herbaceousness of like the ranch, because I use like the ranch mix.
Oh, ranch mix, sure. Yeah.
And like the canna butter mixed together to make like a really like savory taste. And everyone was like, this is so good. My friend like laughed and he was like, dude, I don't even know how I got home, because I was just like, where am I? What's going on? Like, I was so stoned to the bone because I was just sitting there, because I had like 2 big Ziploc bags of it, and they were just like going. And the hungrier you get, so funny.
You're like, I better eat some more, and then it's just,
my God. I was thinking back to all you got it, because I feel like you got to get the munchies on stack too, obviously, for 420. Like, you have to kind of treat yourself to a good
setup. Like,
a good setup. So I was thinking back to like what we had at that last party, and we went out to brunch. And I was famously late. If you ask my friends, I'm the one who's always late. And we went to this place called Ann Sather, up on the north side, and they're famous for like these cinnamon rolls. And they, oh my God, dude, we each had like 2 at brunch, and there were like, because it was like the girls who went out to brunch and were like, let's go bring some to the boys. Like, let's roll up with like 2 dozen cinnamon rolls. And they were all like, oh my God, dude, what the hell? And like, it was just like the craziest spread of cinnamon rolls. And we had to get our staple of Jet's pizza. I don't know if you've ever had Jet's.
Of course I've had. Yeah, they have amazing pizza. I've ordered that before. That is good stuff. Like, actually, I'm gonna get some pizza too. That's funny you said that.
Yeah. Admittedly, my sister and I both have a Jet's slice of pizza tattooed on us. Yeah, for sure.
You do? That's so fun. I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's our little sister tats. It's a little slice of pizza. It's funny.
That is great. I love that. Man, it sounds like you're the friend that like brings the party. Like, you've got all the things thought of, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, guys, we have to have the munchies. We have to have, like, we got to go big or go home. Like, we're doing edibles. We're doing all of it. And then, like, I think we played a bunch of video games, like, Mario Kart and shit. I was looking at the wrong screen the whole time. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm so bad at that game.
Yeah, just like fun stuff like that. Like, you got to have the activity set, or else you're going to be sleeping,
Well, yeah, you have to. Exactly. It's got to be like interactive. Like, I had a friend not last year. I keep thinking, what year is it? It's so confusing.
I know, right?
But he did a bongathon, and it was like kind of like relay races with bongs and different things. Like, there was one where you would try to like smoke and get your smoke past a certain line in the living room, like something. I love that. Or doing smoke bubbles, like where you dip a bubble thing and then blow the smoke into it. That's a really fun thing to do. And then when the smoke, have you ever done that? Like, the smoke bubble will like go over to someone, and if it pops on their face, and then the smoke is like everywhere. It's like the funniest thing to see.
That is so funny.
Yeah, that's one of my other favorites. I also have smoked out of I want to say it was a 6-foot bong. It was so large we could barely fit it in the house. Like, it was like so
you had to like carry it in sideways.
Yes. And I had to stand on a chair to use it. So that was like a really memorable, I
can imagine,
420, where I was like, boy, this is quite the hit. And like, it's really hard to even clear the bong itself, because it's just so
my God,
full of smoke.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine, dude. That's like, you got to just like, that had to be
exercise,
like that had to be like a midday situation, because in the beginning of the day you're like too fresh, and then at the end of the day you're like cashed out. So it's like, you got to find that sweet spot, I feel like.
What about dabbing? Are you a dabber on 420? Like, I feel like that's not always thought of, like most people think of regular bud. Like,
yeah, I feel like I'm generally just much more of a flower person anyway, that like, I'm going to be smoking flower and probably eating edibles.
There you go. Yeah.
As like the staples, like if a couple dabs find their way in, I won't
complain.
I wouldn't be mad about it,
I was going to show you, like, you know how there's that trick where if you get too high, you're supposed to take CBD to kind of like calm it a bit. So our work just launched these like CBD mints or whatever, and they like dissolve in your mouth. So like my little thing that I do is like, I'll smoke a couple joints. And then if I'm like, oh man, I want to enjoy another one, then I'll just take one of these mint things. And like, I'll show you, they just look like straight up little Altoid things, but it literally like calms you down enough to feel like you could smoke more. It doesn't make you unhigh though. Like, you're still high. It's just,
it like levels it out, like kind of a balance situation.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that like on Munchies, that TV show where they use like make cannabis like edibles and stuff, they always carefully plan out the CBD in the mix to kind of like taste, you know?
Yes.
So that's kind of cool.
There's like a lot of CBD going, you know what I mean, in like the middle course kind
of thing, you know?
Or like a dessert, you know.
Oh, I need to stock up on desserts. You know what I do have? You're gonna laugh so hard at this. Check them out. Werther's candies. I know these are your best. These are my like go-to.
I love the little box. It's so funny.
It's so cute. It just like fits in your pocket. I'm definitely when I get stoned, I'm an old man. Like I'm just like, oh, where's my candies? Where's my like dog? I just want to hang out and like
I just want to chill.
Yeah.
I love that so much. My friend and I make jokes that we love like all the old lady candy and the old lady food, like rice pudding and stuff. Like, dude, we love rice pudding. It's the best.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. Like, do you feel like once you're, what's the word? Like an elder stoner, you know, it's like, we're not new to this game. Do you feel like 420 is like less of a holiday for people that smoke regularly?
I don't know. I feel like people still get like hype, you know what I mean? I feel like you don't kind of age out of it. Like you're kind of still like, it's 420. Like I'm gonna stock up and like have something, you know what I mean? Like I'll probably like smoke a blunt or something tomorrow because you know, that's the, I don't do that every day. So that's like my little treat, you know?
I like that. Like a nice gold blunt wrapper. That sounds tasty. Actually, that sounds really good.
Like I have
special wise, I was gonna say blunts are special always.
Oh, always, for sure. I feel, and then you put a little keef and stuff on them. You drizzle, get a little.
I bet you roll a delicious blunt. If I had to bet, I bet you're very good at that.
I always was the person who'd be like, "Can you do it?" I don't want to do it.
Really? I figured you were the person.
Yeah, I feel like lately I've definitely been, because like you don't see people, and then I've had to learn. You know,
totally. Yeah. It's kind of up to you.
It's kind of my deal. And like but because I feel like there's like, I don't want to be like the pressure to be like the people think you know how to do it, so you need to figure it out. That's kind of what happened. Like, I was like, I gotta like, you know, figure this out. But we've talked about this, I'll always put a filter in it.
Yes.
So I feel like that kind of helps guide it, you know, like that will help shape it out a little bit.
It makes it so much easier to like enjoy, you know?
Yes.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I used to be a spliff smoker, which I'm not like super proud of, but I would like, I had a friend that came back from Amsterdam, and everyone in Europe like smokes weed and they do both. Like you don't just have one. And so like one time I just like smoked with her and she's like, here, try this. And it was like, I was like, oh my God, what's in this? But once you know what you're expecting, it's really a nice effect. Nice. You're just like, I feel very alert and calm and like ready to do shit right now.
Yeah. My friend, that's so funny that you say that, because in high school I had a friend from Germany and she would hang out with us. Like she lived with a super like, I don't want to be like straight laced family, but they were pretty conservative and like quiet, like shy type people. And this girl was like kind of definitely more like me and my friends, like kind of, you know, it's like, you know, artsy and like the undercover stoner kids. And like, so we like kind of like brought her into our circle, and she was like, guys, like, let me roll you like something that I would roll back home. And we were like, all right, let's do it. So she had these like German rolling papers, and I swear this girl rolled like, it was like the size of my finger. Like this thing was huge. Dang. And it was a huge spliff, and we smoked it in my friend's garage when her parents were home. And it was just like the bet. We were like, this is the bet, like holy shit. And we were all coughing our asses off and just like totally lit. And we were like, what are you doing in Germany? Like this is what's going on all the time. This is what you're smoking. We were stoned. Like it was amazing.
It's a good time. Yeah. It's definitely not something that's like healthy, probably. Like, well, it's not because you're having tobacco, but it's like every now and then it's certainly a nice vibe to have. Dude, I have to show you something. This is so silly. check this out. It's Potheads Against Sanity.
Yes.
It's like a take on Cards Against Humanity, but it has these like little questions and like cards for stoners. And actually it's pretty like lame for real life. Like you probably wouldn't like sit around your friends and be like, hey, I need to ask you 10 questions really quick. But,
oh my God.
But there's some funny ones in here. Like when I'm paranoid, my friends help me to blank. It's like, like, what do your friends do to cheer you up, or like, be like, you're fine, you're okay?
I feel like I'm never the paranoid one.
I was gonna say, I don't take you for that person.
I'm the type, I feel like the type of stoner I am is I'm like the ghost. Like I'll leave. I'll dip. Like if I'm not feeling the vibe, I'm gone. You will not know I've left. I've done it a couple times. Like I just slip on out.
If you're just like, you know what, I'm a little too stoned for all these people right now, I'm just gonna go outside, and then it's very likely that I might just go on and walk myself home or whatever it is.
I'll just slip on out, or you'll find me outside like ripping the vape a couple more times, and then I'll head in an Uber, like
exactly.
Bye. And then I'll get a text like an hour later, be like, Nina, where are you? And I'm like at home eating Papa John's in the bed. Good night.
That is
like,
beautiful.
Gone.
I'm like the paranoid person where like every now and then I'll like, actually what comes to mind is I went to the Illinois State Fair and got a little too stoned for comfortability, just like Ferris wheels and, you know, people. And this is like, whoa, so much. But
fried food.
Yeah, exactly. There's just a lot going on. I was like, I told Reed, I was like, I think this, I overdid it. Like, I think I overdid it and I need to go home. And his answer to me, he's like, you're fine. He's like, do it for Snoop. What would Snoop do? He'd tell you you're fine.
I love that.
He always says, do it for Snoop. He's like, you're okay. Just cheer up. And then immediately I'm like, yeah, I am fine. And so what we did is we just went on like more Ferris wheels and I just like chilled out about it. And I was like, I think I just needed that. Thank you.
That's so funny. I miss a state fair. Like I've been to the Wisconsin one because we hit it on the way up to my friend's cabin that's in Wisconsin, and we're like, we're going to the Wisconsin State Fair.
So much cheese. Like
oh dude, the like mozzarella steak situation was like, I could not, like me and my friend were just like so stoned. We're like, okay, like beeline for the cheese sticks, beeline for the pizza. Like, where are the churros? I could go for some of that because that's like the real fried, like, you know what I mean? Like
the real fried food
from a truck. That's what I want, you know,
made with some care. Yeah.
I had to watch my friend because, you know, there's also like those weird trucks that have like the suspicious food, and I had to watch him eat. It was called a sloppy joey, which was kangaroo meat, which was I was like, yes. I was like, I can't believe I'm watching you do this. And then he also ate a turtle spring roll, and I was like, you're with mixing too many critters up in your gut, like.
That's good. That's no good at all.
And then we have to go sit in the car. Like, I don't want to sit behind you. And I was just like,
can't do it.
But he turned out fine. He eats weird stuff like that all the time.
Yeah,
so
he's like, my stomach's used to it. Like,
iron stomach. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Oof.
Dude, we went to the Illinois State Fair in 2019 and it was in August, and I'd never been. Holy cow, it's so fun. And Snoop Dogg was the headliner. Snoop was
That's so funny.
It was beautiful. So like we went and ate edibles, and then we went on a carousel ride, and then we went and petted cows. There's like cows. Yes. And like that part for me was like, I was in heaven. I was like, I'm stoned. I'm able to just like
pigs.
The pigs, the chickens, like ducks.
Horses, like everything.
It's wild that it's just there. You're like, why is this here for me to pet? This is great.
Yeah, I like watched a cow get blow dried with like a blow dry. It was just like a magical moment. But then also you're like, this stinks. Like I can only spend you know, so many.
It's a middle of summer too.
Like, it's always like July, and you're like, like I gotta get out of here.
Slushy, you know, I gotta get out of here, get me a shake up, and then I'm good. But
that's so funny.
After that, we went immediately from the cow petting area right to the Snoop Dogg show, and like that was like when it was still kind of not okay to smoke in public, so it was kind of like, oh, look what we're doing, and like police did not care. They let anybody just kind of chief up, so it was kind of like the perfect place. But these ladies in front of us were like twerking their ass off to Snoop Dogg. Like this was like their time. And so I have a picture of us just like kind of like holding our laughter, like trying not to laugh with him. But it was really, really funny. Like
That's so good.
Yeah.
That I love that. That reminds, like, when I went to go see Weezer at the Taste.
Oh, I love Weezer.
Because
Good for
when you go
you.
into the Taste is free, you know what I mean? So you
Wait,
can
the
just
Taste
like,
of Chicago?
yeah, the Taste of
I've
Chicago is
never
free.
been.
You know what I mean? Oh my God, dude. It's
No,
like,
never been.
it's the mecca of middle America. Like, it's just everything you've ever wanted to see in your life. And there's usually pretty like good artists. Like, I saw Courtney Barnett, and they
Heck
started doing
yeah.
this thing where they have like reserve seating. So I paid $20 to sit pretty close to the stage at Courtney Barnett.
Heck yeah. Dude,
And
we got to do that. When things open up and it
yeah,
feels good again, we should totally do that. That'll be,
yeah,
I want to go to every state fair situation
right.
like that.
And in college they had Weezer, and so we just did the free lawn tickets, and like, dude,
Yeah.
everyone was like smoking on the lawn. It started raining, and like people were just like
Ooh.
smoking in the rain, and there's all these umbrellas, and like it's Weezer, and it was a really good time. That was like, you know, top moments of living in Chicago. That was pretty fun.
I'm glad you did that, man. That's cool. Yeah. I feel like right now there's like this anxious vibe of everyone's like, I want to party so hard.
So
and like
hard,
this is almost a party, but like we want to like be outside with like thousands of people party, and you just can't quite do that right now.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Hit us with another cue.
Okay. Another cue. Oh, okay. The weirdest thing you've ever eaten when you're stoned. Do you have one? It's kind of hard. It's like, I don't eat weird stuff, but
yeah.
One time this is embarrassing. I'll just help you get started. I ate a whole bottle of like vitamin C gummies when I was really stoned because they're tasty. That's all I had. And I was like, well, hey, what's the worst that happens? I'm sure this is like, it's just vitamin C. Who cares? So I just ate all of them. And I remember the next morning just being like, Jesus, Haley, you ate like $20 worth of gummies and like that.
That is so funny. I feel like there's nothing like weird. I don't know.
What's something that'd be weird for me downstate, like where it's like a Chicago staple, but like it'd probably be weird like any other place. Like, I feel like a nice like foot long hot dog is like not weird, but I don't have stuff like that here, so it's kind of weird. Like,
there was this place under my dorm called Devil Dogs, and that was definitely a spot like where you were just like totally ripped or totally drunk getting hot dogs and cheese fries and shit like that.
You can't be there unless you're like level 10.
No. Yeah, okay. You had to be. Dude, we went in there when this is probably bad. I probably shouldn't say this on my podcast, but when we did acid in college, we on Halloween, we went in there and someone was dressed like Johnny Bravo, and my friend like lost her gourd. This girl, like, she was like, Johnny Bravo's here. Johnny Bravo's here. We have to leave. And I was like, all right, dude, pack it up. Let's go. And like, she would just like, she was like Johnny Bravo. And then we went to 7-Eleven, which was like across the street from my dorm. And Johnny Bravo followed us to 7-Eleven. And she was like, she could not handle it. And she was just thinking about it the rest of the night. It was the funniest thing.
That's really funny, actually. Yeah.
It was too much.
I've definitely had friends that like, I feel like you and I are like OG stoners where it's like, we can handle it. If something goes wrong, quote unquote, we know how to like fix it, or like we know how to get ourselves home safely. Like, it's just
for sure.
It's not a big deal. But for other people, it's kind of like new territory to like navigate, like I had a friend one time that came over to smoke at my house, and I was like, this is just me sitting in my living room like I always do. But for her, it was like a once a month situation, like once a month, she'd smoke.
I have friends like that.
And so I didn't know this, and I just am like passing a joint to her. And it was funny because she got so hungry that she locked herself in my bathroom and texted me. She's like, I'm so hungry, but I can't open the door.
Stop. That's so good.
I was like, I texted her, I was like, I like knocked on the door. I was like, dude, come out. I was like, I got all kinds of food. And so like she came out and she ate an entire loaf of bread.
That's so funny.
So
she was
cute.
Just like, I'll just eat this. This is good.
She's like, this is perfect. I was just like, no, God. Let me make you a grilled cheese or like something slightly normal. But she's straight up fine with it.
That is so good.
Makes me laugh to this day.
That's pretty good. I thought of something. It's not weird, but it's definitely like, I'd say it's like a Michigan staple. So have you ever been to like a Coney Island restaurant in the Detroit area?
No.
Oh, I'd love to though, dude. It's like Coney Island is like the place. They used to be open, like there would be one that was open like 24 hours, and so you could roll in at like 2 a.m. and they have these things called Honey's, and it's basically just like the most delicious little pita wrap you've ever had. Like lettuce, tomato if you want them. I don't get tomatoes. American and Swiss cheese, and then chicken tenders. And it's like,
please,
and you
get
ranch. You get ranch to dip it in, and you get cheese fries, and you get like a big cherry Coke. And that was just like,
I'm done. That's what I would want. That exactly is what I would want.
Yeah.
You're okay, cool.
Like, so good. Like when I move, you're gonna have to come visit, and
there we go.
To
just
all the
straight
Coney
to
Islands. Because there's a bunch of different ones. There's like rival ones in Detroit. There's like 3 different kinds, like by my mom's house alone. Like the Coney Island is the staple of the high schooler in the Metro Detroit area of Michigan. Like
I want to go.
You would see people from high school and you'd just be like,
you
like I see you, but I don't want you to see me, kind of thing. And you'd be like, oh my god, it's them. And you'd kind of like turn when they like pass your table, and like it was amazing. There was something would always go down, you know what I mean? Like it was an event of some, you know what I mean? It was just always something.
That's like how our town is with like Steak and Shake. Like if you go there at a certain point in the night, no one there is just straight up there to eat food. It's like, no, I am straight up here because I'm really stoned, or I'm here because I need to like sober up kind of quick. And like the spot we used to go to was Denny's too. Like we loved a Denny's. We love Denny's. That's a good one.
Yes. All the waitresses knew us in high school at the Denny's. Nice. And it was just like, they all knew our names. We all knew their names. They loved it. They would like slip us free stuff. And like,
waitresses love stoners, because I feel like as a group, stoners are, for one, like really polite. I know that a lot of people think otherwise, but like, I think we're pretty polite, and we're also people that have worked in the service industry. So we're like, we tip well. People that like wait on us, they're like, oh good, those stoners are here, they're hungry, we'll get them too nice, they'll tip us well. Everyone loves a nice hungry stoner, you know?
Yeah, that brings me to something that I saw on Instagram recently, is someone in Detroit had posted that a restaurant was posting this, saying that like, if you smell like a certain, plant, please do not come into our doors. And everyone's like, fuck you, dude. You don't want my money. You don't want my like me, my friends talk about this all the time. Like we roll in maybe like 5, 6, 7, 8 people deep sometimes, like tip out the ass, order everything on the menu. Cause you're not just getting an entree or whatever, you're getting a starter.
Stuff for later.
You're getting a dessert. You're getting a fancy drink. Cause you're like, ooh, do I want like a peach sweet tea? Like, yes, I do.
You know what I mean? Yes, like, I throw it on my tab.
Yes. Cause I feel like when you get a little stoned, you get a little spendy,
Oh, I do.
So you're just like, whatever, throw it on there. Let's do it. And like, nobody cares about anything. I just don't get it. And so people like went and bombed their Google reviews and was like fine, like that's you're being shitty, like that's kind of pretty bad of you to say that. So
I feel like it's changing, hopefully, in the other way. Like I feel like people are like, oh good, maybe we should have some specials even for 420. Like I think people are kind of coming around. Yeah Oh, I forgot, I have one other thing I was going to show you. This is my PAX, my new robotic situation. I got it's called Hell's Bells is the name of it.
Ooh, yeah.
I was like, oh, I want that because I think I'm gonna go like hiking, or not hiking, but at least on a walk later. I always like to be moving. Like if I'm gonna have like a big, smoke sesh, I don't want to just hang out in one spot. But
I've had I haven't bought any of the PAX Era pods here, but like when I go to Denver, that's usually what I go for, because they have a lot of like good ones, like some like live resin type ones, and
this one.
like really so nice, good. Like saucy things, and that's usually where I scoop those. Like I'll always make sure to bring a couple different kinds of batteries, because I'm like, what am I gonna find?
Exactly. Yeah, dude, that's so good. I wish trying to think, I wish there was a way to do like a global 420 sesh with like people from all over the world, that you could like cycle through different people that are also online and like smoke with them. That would be so fun. Like a Facebook for people that are actively smoking, where you could just pop through, like, or Periscope,
I remember that. I remember that app. Yeah. That's funny.
Do you want to do a 420 like toast? Should we do a toast?
Yeah, we should close it out, right, with the toast.
Yeah, man, it's such a big deal. Like from last 420 to this 420, we've gone through a lot, and everybody deserves to celebrate. Is how I feel.
Absolutely, dude. Like treat yourself, buy like, something fancy, eat a little extra edibles, buy that pizza if you want it.
Jet's
like
Pizza. This is a plug for Jet's Pizza.
If you want to sponsor us, you can find But you know what I mean? Like get the extra toppings, like go all out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a day, I feel like it's a day, the stoner, like treat yourself day, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even more so than normal.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Well, let's hit.
This is my last little bit of my joint. This is to you all.
Yay. Cheers. All right. Well, I hope you have a beautiful 420.
Thank you.
And enjoy.
You too.
Enjoy the day. Thank you very much.
Everybody have a beautiful time. We wish you a happy 420.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for checking out the Midwest Sesh podcast. You can come back and smoke weed with us every Friday night. Go ahead and head over to YouTube if you want to subscribe to our Midwest Sesh channel there, or you can DM us on Instagram at Midwest Sesh Pod. We'd super appreciate it if you gave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. All right, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.